On an ordinary Thursday, in an ordinary city, somewhere in Europe, this man, helped by his wife, made almost the last set of decisions in a successful business career. His name is George Paul. At 61 years old, he's the retiring chief executive of an international publishing house with offices throughout Europe. This is his wife. Nicole Paul was once a successful editor herself. Now she's awaiting the day when her husband retires and they can move to their retirement home. That day is just a week away. This man is vital to the decisions the Pauls will make this day. His name is Bob Wilson. He's the senior salesman with a Ford main dealership in that European city.
The product guide was right. It is a very good-looking car. I like the lines. No wonder the press went overboard for the styling. Very clean cut. Big glass area, too. What does it say? 9% vision increase through the front, extra 75 centimeters of road in view. Laminated windshield standard. Yes? Oh, they've arrived, have they? Thank you very much indeed. Yes, I'll go and greet Mr. and Mrs. Paul now. So, Mr. Paul, if I may recap your requirements. What we're talking about here is essentially two needs. Firstly, there's the question of replacing your fleet and re-equipping your sales managers and senior executives with new company cars. And then there's the present you're going to give your son when he takes over the organization.
Right, but the key to the whole thing, of course, is cost. And more than that is the whole problem of the kind of organization we are. We're renowned, if I may say so, for the high-quality material we publish. And as you know, with offices all over Europe, it's important to have people have cars that can cope with motorway journeys of great distance at high speed. And, of course, can have them serviced and repaired wherever they go. Naturally, our personnel must arrive relaxed, in good shape, and in a car that can complement their status.
Okay. Well, of course, what he's asking for is a big car, no doubt about that. And candidly, any new Granada fits that bill. But he wants finish and features too. That's understandable. Frankly, Granada Saloon offers a big parcel of features in that body shell. He can see those wraparound lights front and rear for himself, but I wonder if he realizes that reversing lights are standard equipment, or hazard flashes. Of course, heated backlights are standard to all Granadas too. 2- or 4-door body shells, opening rear quarter lights on 2-door versions. A lot of big cars don't have that. Backseat passengers will love that. And the driver gets a door mirror on every model. Mates rather well with that tape stripe along the side, I think. Even the wheel covers are new. So you see, Mr. Paul, a new design isn't just to look nice. It's been thought out aerodynamically and especially from the safety angle. Let me explain. The whole passenger section is in a rigid cage, protected by the extra strengthening and by the fact that the front and rear sections are computer designed to collapse progressively under impact. So you'll see that even though the car may not look very pretty afterwards, we've done all we can to make sure the people inside will. Even the door handles and the rain ducting have been designed to put up the minimum possible wind resistance.
Yes, but does it still handle as well as the Granadas we already operate?
It'll handle even better.
Good. Because we've got 1 or 2 young executive types who, quite frankly, drive everywhere as though they were on the racetrack.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. New Granada has independent rear suspension, of course, but on this model it's been further improved. But the whole design of the car is bound to give it a fabulous handling. You see, it's got a wide track with standard steel-braced radial tires, plus, of course, the front air dam, which improves stability and reduces fuel consumption, by the way. The whole feel of the car is very positive on the road. Rack and pinion steering, a collapsible column, and it stops as well as it handles. The brakes are dual circuit, discs on the front. I think your rally drivers will approve, sir.
Looks comfortable enough. I like that wide rear seat and the cloth trim. They're handy, too. A useful coat hook. And aren't these the special child-proof door locks? Yes, I think they are. That'll keep some of our people happy. This rear screen looks bigger than on our Granada. Is it really bigger? Is that just an impression?
No, it really is bigger. In fact, I was reading this morning that vision at the rear has been increased by 39%. They've done it partly by making this. It's what's called a C-pillar, smaller and slimmer. Looks better too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Is that the air extraction like we had before?
Yes, that's right. It's not quite like before. In fact, this time it's even more efficient. And the new heater, which I'll show you in a moment, gives a 15% increase in the changeover of air within the car.
This feels good. Seats recline all the way. Comfortable, too. What's this? Inertia reel seat belts? Now that is sensible. No more tripping over the things. Black-backed visors, eh? Good-looking fascia. Nice instruments, easy to see. Nice touch, that padding, too. Good for safety, I'll bet. That's a new heater. And the fan? 3-speed. Now that's a handy spot for bits and pieces. Lighter. Useful glove box, proper size, too. In fact, I wonder how much this new Granada does hold.
As you can see, Mr. Paul, new Granada has the usual enormous trunk space people expect from a Granada. And the point is, as ever, it's useful, usable luggage space. 0.40 cubic meters, to be exact. You get a lot of luggage in there. Now, as I remember it, Mr. Paul's people don't usually carry huge amounts of material, but I wonder if there's a case for showing him the wagon. With 1.18 cubic meters of usable load space with the seats up and 2.18 cubic meters with them down, it's absolutely huge. 200 centimeters of flat floor length. Must make a mental note to show him one.
Yes, I agree with you, Mr. Wilson. There'll be many improvements. But, well equipped though this model is, I just get the feeling that perhaps, well, maybe my people would appreciate just a few extra touches. After all, they all work very hard for me and do enormous mileages.
I take the point, absolutely. I think the best car for your particular needs would be the new Granada L. Let me show you one. Or better still, let's go for a run in one. On L, you get the standard features we've already seen. Important things like laminated windshield and the total new look, plus, of course, halogen headlamps and body-side moldings instead of tape stripe. On the L, there are two courtesy lights which come on when you open any one of the four doors, and you'll find an armrest in the middle of the rear seat there, Mrs. Paul. Hop in, sir, and I'll show you how nice it is to drive. Now, let's see. What must I remember to tell him? Ah, yes. Warning lights for the brake and fluid level. That's standard on all models, of course. Speedometer and odometer with trip recorder, always important if you're on expenses. The clock, that's always handy, standard on the L, too. Oh, and of course the 3-lever stalks, now with intermittent wipe for the first time.
Yes, very comfortable. And I like these head restraints. It's simple to adjust, too. That lights up on this model. That really is useful if you're looking for a map at night. Oh, that's one of those day-night mirrors, isn't it? One of the breakaway sort, the safety variety. Ah, yes, I saw that on the saloon in the showroom. Yes, I know who this was made for.
Isn't it quiet? I wonder if they're all like this. And very luxurious feeling, too. Like those carpets. They seem to match the tone of the paintwork. Even the doors look good. I must say, on a cold day like this, it's warmed up jolly quickly inside.
And as I was explaining to your wife, Mr. Paul, this new car has an entirely new heating and ventilation system. It's a modular design, gives you a stratified effect through the vents on the floor and the four in the fascia here. In other words, you can set this heater to give you warm air on your feet and cool air on your face. All the new Granadas have that, but I think you'll agree that this L model has those extra touches you were talking about. So, Mr. and Mrs. Paul, we're really talking Granada L's for your fleet, aren't we?
Yes, we most probably are, but I must say that basic saloon runs at a very close second. But look, we're talking about a large outlay here. Now, what about running costs? That's got to be related to engine size, hasn't it?
Yes, up to a point, though total economy is more than merely fuel economy. But for any set of conditions, this new Granada range has a motor that'll fit the bill. Let me show you. There's a huge range this time, all right. 9 power units to choose from the faithful 1.7 in high or low compression to the 2-litre and 2.3-litre V6. He could choose from any of those for an L or saloon. And they've got sonic idle carburetors, that'll save money. Then, of course, for the first time, the new diesel unit, 2.1-litre, that's very economical. But I'm not sure it would be right for high-speed motorway cruising. And, of course, there's the super economy of brakeless ignition. That's on all V6 models for the first time. That means that there's no contact breaker points to service or replace. And now I've mentioned service, all new Granadas have a 20,000-kilometre major service interval, an important step forward in lowering the cost of ownership.
Right then. It looks like the 2.3-litre V6. But I must say a couple of diesel units will be just the job for the high mileage areas and city work. Well, now, I rather think that's cracked this problem. What about that present for my son?
Absolutely, Mr. Paul. But first, I wonder if Mrs. Paul and yourself would appreciate another cup of coffee.
Oh, that's very nice.
I don't know. Some people get all the luck. Not only is he taking over his father's business, but getting a smashing car as well. What would I choose if that ever happened to me? What about a GL? Now there's a supercar, a grand luxe in every sense of the word. 6x14 sports road wheels, quarter bumper pads, even the exhaust is trimmed. They've built in a rear fog lamp into the rear light cluster. Remote control driver's mirror with tinted glass, of course. Oh, it's lovely inside too. That diamond cloth trim really sets off the tone of the car. 4-spoke wheel looks good, and what instrumentation. Oil pressure gauge, ammeter, clock, and not as extras either. Oh, I like the way that center console runs full length with cigar lighters front and rear. It's got everything, this one. Even the rate of intermittent wipe you can vary to suit yourself. In fact, they've even carpeted the trunk. Take hold of yourself. What would you really like if the choice was yours? A GL, of course, but a GL fitted with that exciting all-new 2.8-litre V6 engine, and for startling performance, fuel injection too. And I'd round off the whole thing with an S-Pack. Yes, an S-Pack. That would be the last word for performance, wouldn't it? Special setting gas dampers, variable rate springs, 160 brake horses, those fabulous new Michelin TRX tires. Oh, no wonder the press went mad about them. The road holding. Larger road wheels and front anti-roll bar. The instruments really tell you what you're up to, especially that tachometer. Like the thought of it all, do you? Yes, one of these would suit me very nicely, thanks.
Well, he'd certainly go for that. He enjoys driving. But we want something really special. After all, it's not every day you give someone a business and a car to go with it, is it?
That's true enough. In which case, there is only one car. The new Ghia. Ghia's got unique bumpers with center pads, a very special, optional headlamp wash system, new corporate door handles, bright moldings on the side. It's even got its own particular wheels. They're 14-inch versions of the alloy road wheels. I think you'll agree with me, Mrs. Paul, that the inside is even more comfortable and luxurious than ever. Tinted glass all round, that's an option on other models. It comes standard here. Everything is trimmed with cloth. The headlinings, the visors, the sides. The doors have their own cashmere cloth trimmings, and the seats, Verona cloth inserts. Oh, by the way, do you like the bucket seats? They're very comfortable, aren't they? And the shag pile carpeting and wood cappings. 4-spoke wheel again, I think, yes. 4-spoke wheel again, Mr. Paul. Full instrumentation. Tachometer we looked at on the S-Pack. Full-length console with built-in clock, only this time the console is covered in top-quality cloth. Radio with 3 speakers and balance control, that's standard on all models, although this model has a radio cassette player with 4 speakers and, well, that gives you all-round sound. And there are some important new options, too, like this modular air conditioning designed to complement the new heater. It's really fabulous. The power window option, all Granadas can have this, but on GL and Ghias like this, all 4 windows can be power-driven. Of course, power steering is standard on GL and Ghias, but the Ghia has a steel sliding roof. Standard equipment. They've even put a mat pocket in the back of the front seat. Oh, and newest of all, central door locking. Lock one door and all 4 doors in the trunk lock automatically. Mind you can't get locked in for safety, of course. Quite frankly, sir, this Ghia is the best car I've ever had to sell in here.
Yes, there's no doubt the boy will love it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime car for a once-in-a-lifetime situation. Yes, well, I quite agree with you. Now, let's just run through the optional extras, shall we?
That particular Thursday, George Paul made a number of decisions. He decided on re-equipping his managers and executives with Granada Ls. He ordered 14 with optional radios and 2.3-litre V6 power units, and 2 with 2.1-litre diesel engines for the high mileage areas. For 2 of his top men with growing families, he also specified optional rear seat belts. He also ordered 2 wagons for local deliveries in Paris and London. He settled on the base derivative, but ordered the optional tailgate wash wipes, which is standard equipment on L wagons and above. For his son, he ordered a new Granada Ghia. He specified optional headlamp pressure jet wash, air conditioning, automatic gearbox, central locking, a stereo radio cassette player with 4 speakers, electrically operated antenna, and a vinyl roof. His wife changed the order. She dropped the vinyl roof and asked for leather upholstery instead. For Bob Wilson, it was a successful day. He knew his product inside out and enjoyed selling it. He is now sales director for his firm. George Paul retired at the end of the week. He now lives in retirement with his wife in their new home. His son is doing well. Nicole Paul took up watercolor painting once they moved. She persuaded her husband that she needed a bigger car to carry round her paints and easel. The bigger car turned out to be a Capri GL. Mind you, her husband doesn't believe her reasons.
Well, we've met the new Granada, and in a way different from any before. Now, in this section of the